Okay, so for the 727, for landing, we're going to focus on this thing right here. The middle needle thing will tell us where we are relative to the course we want to take, which will be straight down runway 10 right at K-Boy. And then the little diamond on the left will tell us how high or low we are. So if the diamond is high, it means we're too low and we should intercept the course by reducing our descent. And this will show us our descent, the vertical speed indicator. And so going down, that would be 500 feet per second, and up 500 feet per second. And this is the knots. A knot is just a nautical mile per hour. And so we will want to be landing at about 133 knots at 30 degrees flaps. And for the altitude, we'll want to be focusing on the radio altimeter because it'll show us our altitude above ground, whereas this one looks nicer, but it'll only show us our altitude above sea level. All right. So, all right, here we go. Stabilize it out and try to trim it out. Okay. So as you can see at the diamond, we're low right now, and so we'll just maintain this altitude as best as I can, and we should intercept it in a few nautical miles. But for now, we'll maintain speed and maybe extend flaps. And you can see we're also to the left of the course, so I'm going to bank to the right a little bit. We should intercept it nicely, assuming the crosswinds aren't too bad. Okay, so the diamond's coming down. To lose speed, we're going to want to pull back on the throttle, and I'll go ahead and put up some flaps too. That should increase drag, and we'll want to be at flaps 30 by the time we land. So we're a little high. Pull back the throttle a little more. We're still to the left of our course. It must be the wind, so I'll just increase our banking a little more. So we're approaching the diamond. There's our knots over here. We're at about 140, and that's a little slow, so I'll increase. So we're intercepting the course. I'll bank left a little bit, increase flaps. We're at 1,500 feet above the ground. Looking good. So it looks like we overcorrected a little bit, and now we're to the right of the course, but only a little bit. Another problem is that the crosswinds can change depending on our altitude. Okay. So we're approaching 1,000 feet. The airplane should announce that. Hopefully.
1,000.
Alright. Well, I didn't hear it. So I'll extend landing gear, and once that's down, we'll go flaps 30, and we should be in landing configuration. Our speed is slowing down. I'll increase a little bit. Alright. Gear down and secured. Lower the flaps. We're a little high. Losing speed.
400.
Alright, looking good. So at this point, I'll want to look away from the instruments and look at the runway and land this thing visually, because at this distance the ILS systems can be a little distorted. And we'll want to land at that little black splotch on the runway from all of the rubber tires. Pull back speed, pull up, and reverse thrust and brakes. And that looks like a good landing to me. Once we get to 60 knots, I'll pull back the reverse thrusters, and there we go. Let's see here. That was not a long landing at all. This thing can land pretty short.